Smackdown, 24th of January. The last Smackdown before Saturday night main event and the second to last Smackdown ahead of the Royal Rumble. And I've actually quite enjoyed this show. I enjoyed it for quite a few different reasons. I enjoyed the build up for Cody and KO and KO's interactions with Matthew McConaughey. I enjoyed the tag team match with DIY and Pretty Deadly. I enjoyed so much of this show. I enjoyed so much. Let's jump in and let's talk. And it opens up with Joe Tessitore and Cody Rhodes, obviously discussing Saturday Night Main Event, the contract signing moderated by Shawn Michaels ahead of the Royal Rumble ladder match. And, Cody talks up Shawn. Shawn is a guy that knows Rumbles really well. He's won two. He knows ladder matches and, and all those things, what you would expect. And he goes in on KO and what have you. And anyway, the segment really ends. And the first match of the night is Mostly Machine Guns versus Pretty Deadly. And this is just a banger match. And if you've been watching me do SmackDown reviews for any time now, and I've only done like a few anyway, so you've not really missed too much. But if you've watched me for any certain time on this, I've always said, Chris Sabin, is an absolute monster. Obviously, Shelley as well, absolute monster. And they're my favorite tag team by a mile. Obviously they're legends of the tag team scene from, all of their work previous to WWE. But I look at these two and I just think, they could probably get a great match out of me and, a water bottle. Genuinely, I think they could get a great match out of me and a water bottle. It then cuts, obviously, Machine Guns win that one. It cuts to Nick Aldis saying that he has acquired Miz in the transfer window of shows. And, he does say, Miz, you might need to make some new friends and fast, because obviously the Wyatt Six are on SmackDown now. You have a Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu vignette. Then you have Kevin Owens coming out and basically ripping into Joe Tessitore, like, where's my interview? I thought you were a journalist, Even Michael Cole is better than you, and he kisses Pat McAfee's ass. And then he goes in on Matthew McConaughey saying that, I'm going to beat Cody Rhodes at the Rumble just like Ohio State beat your stupid Longhorns, and I quite enjoyed that. I can't lie. And then Jimmy Uso comes out, They basically have a brawl, and it sets up the match later on. Then Nick Aldis tells Carmella Hayes, hey, I've brought someone else to SmackDown. You'll see them later on. The second match tonight is Meechin and B-Fab versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, which Meechin and B-Fab won, but the surprising thing was Chelsea Green took the pinfall. Not sure about that personally. You'd have thought, Piper Niven would have taken the pinfall if that team was to lose, or B-Fab would have taken the pinfall if their team was to lose. Obviously, this is trying to set up Meechin with a bit of a momentum heading into probably another United States women's title match. But yeah, we move on. Then there's a Charlotte Flair promo. She is going to be back in WWE and will be at the Rumble, which is good. I think, we know so much about the men's Rumble and the superstars that are in that. It's good to kind of know more about the women's Rumble. I don't think we know enough. I mean, I think for a long time, it was just Nia Jax, and I don't know how Nia Jax is going to eliminate herself yet stay not eliminated to win, And then it was Bayley, and it was like, oh, okay, so Bayley and Nia Jax are going to have 15 entrances each, and they have to eliminate. One of them has to eliminate the other 15 times to win. So it's good that they're actually teasing some more. And then you have a segment with Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax, Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Liv Morgan. I guess, and you could say Raquel Rodriguez. It all goes into a brawl. And then the 6-man tag match of Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Naomi versus Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, and Candice LeRae, which the former won, by the way. And this was just chaos. It was just chaos in a good way as well. I actually enjoyed this match. It obviously helped set up the Rhea Ripley Nia Jax match that little bit more, because I don't think they've had a build up what they would truly want. And I don't see how you'd have a one-off match with such a little build up. I think you could probably build up to another match, and you could probably transition that even into the Rumble the week after or further on to Elimination Chamber, But there you go. Excuse me. But yeah, Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, and Candice LeRae one with Liv Morgan rolling up the crucifix on Bianca Belair. So good result. And it's always good to see Bianca occasionally take a pinfall. She doesn't really, it's not enough. So it's always good to sometimes see that. You then had Johnny Gargano versus Apollo Crews in a match, which these guys, it just took me a little bit back to NXT. Black and gold era NXT. And I mean, Johnny's such a good wrestler, and I don't think they did a good enough job getting him over at the start. And I don't think there was any real momentum. I mean, you think back to Elimination Chamber with him and Seth Rollins starting out, and I was like, this was a great opportunity to get these guys to work a program with one another and just let them on a pay-per-view wrestle for 30 minutes and just have an absolute barnstorming banger. But they never did. Apollo Crews won this with distraction from mostly machine guns. So, hey, that was surprising, but I didn't mind it. And then you had an LA Knight promo ahead of the LA Knight versus Tama Tonga match, which he won via pinfall. It descended then into chaos with Jacob Fatu just going berserk. You know what Jacob's going to do. Braun Strowman comes out. They tease a bit of a scrap. Strowman really gets out of the way of a running attack from Jacob Fatu, hits him over the top rope with the clothesline. I like that. I like that because I think a lot of people think Strowman's just going to get absolutely run over and run through. I have no issues with them making him look somewhat strong ahead of that match, because I think Jacob's probably going to win, which, by the way, I do obviously have my predictions video out, maybe later or tomorrow, depending on how. It'll be today, actually. My predictions will be out today because the event is tonight. Okay, so I'll have to do that. Then you have Carmelo Hayes versus the new addition to SmackDown of Damien Priest, which I love this move. I love this move. I think Priest needed to get away from Judgment Day. I think he needed a fresh start. I actually expected Judgment Day to move, actually, to SmackDown. So I'm glad it's happened finally, but also glad whoever did it, it was a good move. And Damien moving, I think, is great. I think there's so much that he can work with on this roster. Obviously, Carmelo. He beats Carmelo, by the way, by pinfall. Obviously, good match, by the way. And Melo can have a good match with, air. It's kind of like Motor City Machine Guns. But yeah, Damien Priest has a lot to work with on SmackDown. They tease sort of a Damien Priest, Cody Rhodes kind of thing, which people were like, that has to be the program for the title after WrestleMania. And I'm like, well, I don't see John Cena in that picture. Maybe they'll have a little feud, but Cena will be in the picture for the title because hopefully he wins it. And then you have KO versus Jimmy Uso, which obviously this is a match that we've seen probably over the last 3 or 4 years. These guys in the ring countless times due to the bloodline of, KO being a challenger to Roman and Jimmy and Jay always being involved. And, KO wins this by pinfall. They roll out the ring. It looks like he's going to hit a package pile driver on the announcer's table. Cody Rhodes comes out, and as it goes off the air, these two are throwing hands. Look, I'm looking forward to Saturday Night Main Event. I'm looking forward to really, I guess, the last little bit of build-up, because you'll obviously have SmackDown next week, but a last little bit of build-up ahead of the big ladder match at Royal Rumble, which I think they're going to go balls to the walls crazy to really show up and show out. And there's going to be shenanigans, we know, tonight at Saturday Night Main Event. But look, I really enjoyed this show. I think there were some really great matches, but also I think there's some really great things building into other matches that are coming up, which I think was truly needed. Some of the build-ups have been a bit hit and miss. Tonight felt like it was a hit, not a miss. So let me know what you think down below. I'll see you all soon. Peace.